Tucked deep into northern Vermont is a small town with a population of only 350 people as of 2018 and only 357 as of 2020, with an area length of only 37.45 miles. This town is known as Westmore, Vermont, also coined as the Northeast Kingdom. So, by now you're probably wondering what's in this tiny little town that caught my attention. To put it simply, right in the middle of Westmore is this place called Lake Willoughby.
Welcome to Lake Willoughby.
We're in northern
Our day
Vermont.
here at Lake Willoughby by hiking the Mount Pisgah Trail.
About to reach to the lake that we are going to travel.
Lake Willoughby in
The lake's
Westmore,
name
Vermont.
is called Willoughby,
Lake
which
Willoughby
is
is
a
about
very famous
1,600
lake in
acres
Vermont.
wide.
At the gorgeous Lake Willoughby in
Lake
Westmore,
Willoughby is a
Vermont.
national natural landmark with Mount Pisgah and
Good
Mount
afternoon,
Kora
Nick
sitting on
McClure
either
here,
side of
Sector
the lake.
21 Farm and Forest
The
at
lake
Lake
is known
Willoughby,
for having
Westmore,
remarkable clear
Vermont.
water and abundance of wildlife.
Lake Willoughby, glacial lake here in northeastern Vermont.
So, I've been here before already, just about a year ago, but last time I was only here for one night and then me and my friends went home. This time, it's different because me and Lisa brought our really good friends Jess and Sean with us, and we plan on staying here for the next few days so we can hike up one of the mountains that tower over and look down on the lake. So, we left Monday morning and started the drive up north. Now, the moment we got there, it was beautiful, but it didn't take long for the gray clouds of the north to show face and let rain down on us. But we didn't let that stop us from exploring the area we were at before setting up camp. And after exploring our soon-to-be home for the next few days, we finally started to set up. Adorable.
It might be for the better, for just one night I thought it was you. When I woke up I had to remember I'll never know if it could be you. I would change my scenery,
Yeah, right?
to the mountains from the sea.
Nope.
I'd change the office for a shed and change my flat share for your bed.
After we were done setting up for the night, me and Sean decided to go on a walk on our own and get connected with this beautiful scenery that was welcoming us with open arms.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get down.
And we had some really beautiful conversations that I truly will cherish forever. Honestly, kind of works. Oh yeah, it is a pie. Still just as beautiful as last time. And to our surprise, the sky did end up clearing up, so we all took the chance to drive around the lake and get to see it in its whole and even check out the northern end of the lake, because where we were sleeping and staying was on the south end.
Look, what have you done? Feels like we're hiding from the sun. I'm trying to find you, but it's impossible this time.
Last night or this morning will work again tomorrow.
For what?
Wake up, run to the car.
Think I understand.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I can. I mean, who's to say it's shallow? Or just like, dude.
Cracks the seal.
I can't get over the amount of dicks that I do.
Shadows in the tree, nothing's adding up. We're out of luck, we're out of touch, we're out of magic.
And after we did all of that, we decided to do half of the hike that brought us here in the first place, just to see what we were getting ourselves into. Anyways.
I finally understand. So you are, grab my hand, broken star, always crash land in the dark. One day you'll see.
Yeah, I think this is the first peak. Fuck, dude, this is beautiful. Oh my gosh.
After getting down from the hike and getting ready for bed, it just grew colder and colder, which we were expecting because on the hike earlier that day, it did start to snow down on us. But what we weren't ready for was how cold it truly was going to get. But yet, we just got in the tent and bundled up and sucked it up as best as we could, but that next morning, we all really regretted that choice. So, in the early morning of the next day, we were all just freezing. So, me and Sean decided we should get some firewood and some other stuff to hopefully warm us all up. So, we hopped in the car and set out to look for a store that has what we need. Sadly, the first store we stopped at had no firewood, but a very nice man that we ended up talking to told us that there was a neighboring town that had a store that sells what we were looking for. So we made our way there, and thankfully they did have firewood. So we bought 2 bags and made our way back to camp. And at that moment, we didn't know everything was going to fall apart on top of us when we got back. So with our luck, we just got kicked out of the campsite. We were packing up the bag. We're packing up the bag right here to get it ready to go, and then some ranger came and told us we got to pack up the bag, pack up the site, and dip. So now we got to pack this shit up and find a new place to camp out. So we decided to do the only reasonable option we could think of at that moment, and that was to fit all 4 of us in one area and sleep in the car for the night. So we ended up packing everything up and just spent the day by the lake. Then made our way to this river area we found on Apple Maps and hung out there till the evening came around. That next morning, the 4 of us decided to go to this little diner outside of the town to get some breakfast and get our bodies warmed up for the hike that's been waiting for us since we got here. Now this hike is something I've wanted to do since the first time I even came here, and going up halfway made me want the view from the top even more. So when we went off and started this hike, I was filled with so much excitement.
As you promised me that I was more than all the miles combined, you must have had yourself a change of heart like halfway through the drive, because your voice trailed off exactly as you passed my exit sign. Kept on driving straight and left our future to the right. Now I am stuck between my anger and the blame that I can't face, and memories or something even smoking weed does not replace. And I am terrified of weather, cause I see you when it rains. Doc told me to travel, but there's COVID on the plains. And I love Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now your tire tracks in one pair of shoes, and I'm split in half, but that'll have to do.
I know, literally, that's what I was looking at.
So I thought that if I piled something good and all my bad, that I could cancel out the darkness I inherited from Dad. No, I am no longer longer funny, cause I miss the way you laugh. You once called me forever, now you still can't call me back. And I love Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now you're tire tracks and one pair of shoes, and I'm split in half, but I don't have to do.
Get to the coop. Like the foliage and these trees are gorgeous.
My other half was you. I hope this pain's just passing through, but I doubt it. I love Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now you're tire tracks and one pair of shoes, and I'm split in half. That'll have to do, have to do.
Wake from your sleep, the dry your tears today. We escape.
I'm so happy about this song. Cool. I hope you know, like,
it's cool. I like it. I'm happy that it makes me better.
I don't think anyone realizes how much joy this actually brings me. Like,
look at him playing with his little water too.
like this is what I was most excited to use.
Look at him getting to use his water too. He's been wanting to all weekend.
I have been.
That brings me such joy.